Hello, everyone. So we'll start soon. Okay, so welcome to another episode of TESOL Inspired. As always, I am your host, Patrick Chan. Today we have Anjum Karimi with us. She is a TESOL methodology instructor at the Canadian College of Educators, and she shares her insight on the topic of mindfulness as well. If you have any questions for Anjum, please write them in the chat, and hopefully we'll have time to answer your questions after I'm done asking some of the questions. So let's get Anjum on right now. Hello,
Hello.
Anjum.
Hi. I was trying to join and I didn't know what's happening.
That's okay. That's okay. I'm glad you're able to join now, and I think we're all okay right now. Great.
Yeah.
So, Anjum, well, first of all, how are you today?
I am great. What about you?
I'm okay. I'm okay. I spent the day doing conferencing with my students. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah, a little bit exhausted, but I'm okay. I'm okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good. Okay, so Anjum. So, first question I have for you. Tell us about yourself and where you are in Ontario.
So I am in Mississauga and I came to Canada in 2005. 2006, I joined TESOL program at Humber College, and 2007, I graduated and started volunteering. But I got hired immediately as a supply instructor.
Wow.
So for nearly a year, I was supplying in many different schools in GTA. I supplied in Brampton. I went to downtown Toronto. I was supplying in Mississauga. And then finally, I started working in enhanced language training program, where I started training people for the job market of Canada. And after 30 successful sessions, I wrote a book, An ELT Experience. This is my first book, and I shared the story of how I came to Canada, what were my barriers, how did I break those barriers and enter into the job market. And yeah, and then finally, after almost 10 years, I was moved by my organization to LINK program. So at present, I'm teaching in LINK. First, that moved me to literacy, which was a big challenge in itself. So after teaching for nearly 10 years, all high CLBs, 8 to 10, I was moved to literacy. That was a very big challenge.
That's a
Yes,
huge jump.
it was a huge job. And I would, to be honest with you, I would come home and cry because I had never
Oh,
taught literacy. So I started reading up and started using strategies to teach literacy. And then finally, now I can do presentations on literacy because I learned a lot by actually practically teaching people to write A, B, C, D. It was an amazing experience, in fact.
that's really
At
good.
present, I'm teaching in Link 2. Yes.
Link two. Okay. Wow. So you went from the really high levels to literacy. Now you're two. Wow. So you're pretty much well versed in all the levels, maybe. Maybe.
Yes. I learned all the levels because I was supply teaching for nearly a year.
Right.
I taught
Yeah.
all levels.
Oh wow. Oh
So
wow.
yeah.
That's pretty good. Wow. That's great. That's great. Okay. So, Anjum, well, you kind of briefly told us what you do now, but what do you like best about your job that you have right now?
What do I like best? The
Mhm.
best thing is that when I teach them communicative language, because language is a means of communication. And when we practice something communicative, and my students come and tell me that they didn't need anybody at the doctor's visit, they could talk to the teacher of their children, they could take a bus uh, prior to COVID-19. That gives me so much happiness, their independence, the feeling of not being dependent, not being afraid of going out and doing things on their own. I remember I went to Spain and Portugal a couple of years back, and I felt totally I didn't know any Spanish. So sometimes I was so dependent on my daughter for everything, and I used to get terrified at times, to be honest with you. So I feel how our students, what our students go through when they come to a new country, and language is a big barrier for them. And
Hmm.
I think that's the greatest reward of a teacher, to be able to help them survive in a society and be able to do things on their own.
Wow, yeah, that's really good. Yeah, that's true, right? We like to have those success stories, right? That's good.
Yeah.
Yes, that's really good. Yes. So Anjum, so we know that you have a really big interest in mindfulness. How did you develop your interest in mindfulness?
Okay, so I am the last of seven siblings. And in my house, yes. And I was a little different right from my childhood. And my mother used to notice that I was dyslexic as a child. I couldn't read and write till I was in grade five. It was a big struggle for me to read and write. Literally, I could not. But there was a lot of support at home. My sisters were definitely smarter than me, but there was no comparison and there was always support. And my house, what I remember as a child was a lot of peace. We were not uh, very rich if you talk about richness, but there was always 3 meals a day. And there was always mindfulness and relaxation and education. In my house, there was nothing, there was no third thing. We were not allowed to talk about like fashion and frivolities. My mother encouraged education at all times.
Hmm.
And whenever we sat together and we talked about, how to be peaceful, how to be happy. We would talk about books. And so I grew up with mindfulness and meditation. After coming to Canada a couple of years back, I realized that most people I come across are stressed out. And that's when I decided to do a presentation, a workshop on mindfulness and meditation. And I sent my proposal to TESOL Ontario, and now it's become history. I've done more than 10 sessions so far, and people have, and I'm not telling anything new.
Hmm.
I am not telling anything new. I'm telling something, I'm just creating awareness.
Hmm.
What people have forgotten, they've forgotten to be grateful. And once you learn to be grateful, you automatically relax. Once
Hmm.
you realize that you can go out and help somebody as an educated person, relaxation and happiness flows in naturally. That's my own personal experience.
Wow, wow, that's pretty good. Wow. Hmm. So then you would say then that well, so right now a lot of people are stressed out because of the pandemic, right? So I guess that we should really learn to be more grateful on what we
Yes,
do have
yes,
and grateful on what we can control in this situation. And that might help us with all the stresses that we have during this time, maybe.
yes. I always quote this. I was very sad for I had no shoes
Hmm.
till I came across a man who had no feet. So basically, what has happened to us is that if someone had told us in 2019 that 2020 is going to be like this, imagine what would have happened to us. Our whole year would have gone to a waste,
Hmm.
right? So
Hmm.
past is history. Just learn and move forward. Future is a mystery. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We don't know what is waiting for us in 2021.
Hmm.
So make the best of today. Today is in your hand. Today will not come back. It's going to become past very soon. Make the best of today. And what I have felt in my life's experience, the more you take out time to help others in the present moment, the more you get back from life.
Hmm.
Life never just takes from you. You give one, it gives you back 10. And as it has happened with me many times, if I have gone out to help somebody in any way, that person may not return it to me. It's okay. I get it from someone else. No expectation.
No expectation. Nice.
No expectations at
No
all.
expectations. I like that. I like that a lot. I like that.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So the next question I have for you, Anjum. So you briefly talked about meditation, mindfulness. Do you think that's necessary for TESOL Ontario members? Why or why not?
It's extremely important because I want to tell you about yoga. The lesson of yoga is that you must fill in your own cup before you can fill up the cups of others.
Mm.
I have seen some very depressed instructors instructors who are complaining if they have a lot of students, complaining if they don't have many students, complaining if they do not have full-time job, complaining if they have part-time job. I have seen instructors complaining. See, I've been in this field since I left university, and I've seen happy instructors. So what is most important is that an instructor's happiness can be felt by the students. You go to the class with a mood of happiness and gratefulness. It's contagious, just like depression is contagious. So that's my advice, and and I've been through like everybody. It's not just me. I've been through cancer treatment. When I was in my previous country, my whole back had gotten burned. It was a 3rd-degree burn, and I had to go to operation theater for 1.5 months. There was no skin on my back. All through my pain, I was working. I was in high school in those days. My students didn't know. When I was going through cancer treatment, again, my students didn't know. My pain is my own pain. Mm-hmm. I'm passionate about teaching. I want to go out and spread happiness. That's a decision you make every morning. Mm-hmm. You wake up and you decide, will you be a depressed and complaining person? Or will you spread sunshine to the people around you? Mm-hmm. Once you make the decision, everything falls into place.
That's wonderful. I like that. You bring so much like happiness and energy. Like, great. This is great. Wow. Okay. And the next question I have. Okay, so if you don't know, I'm pretty sure everyone in the world knows this, but we're going through the pandemic right now, and we're almost 1 year into the pandemic. What advice do you have for TESOL Ontario members in relation to self-care and the pandemic?
See, my message is that the worst is over. When pandemic came, we were not sure. Everything was changing. So many things were changing. Even I was terrified of technology, to be honest with you. I'm not a very high-tech person. I made my account for Instagram just for this interview. I'm not a high-tech, but I learned, right? I learned because change is permanent. There were many instructors who left. Many of my students left, and I felt very sad because they thought they could not do it. Everybody can learn. So my message is that the worst is over. The vaccine has come in the market. Canadians are a little lagging behind. Our neighbor country is doing well. Mm-hmm. But there is hope. There is hope. So all of us will get vaccinated. This will become history. Enjoy your moment to the maximum. You're sitting in the comfort of your home. Many of us are teaching from home. And you get your breaks easily. I don't know, I enjoy working from home, and I equally enjoy going to my class. Mm-hmm. I like to enjoy every moment because I know fully well this could be my last moment. I'll never forget a time when I went to attend somebody's workshop. She was a very famous lady and who used to deliver workshops for teachers. I've forgotten her name. I'm sorry for that. But, and then we got the news that she's hospitalized. She was coming for the workshop. We were all having tea. And the next day we came to know that she was over there.
Oh, no.
That was a big lesson. Can you imagine? Mm-hmm. And I thought, life is a bubble. I'm talking to you. Do I have a guarantee that I will be here in another hour or so? Why not make the best of just now? Only my memories will be left. I will be gone.
Well, I hope you won't be gone, though. Hope you won't be gone.
See, all of us have to. What I'm trying to say is that life is so uncertain.
Yes.
Life is uncertain. Leave happy memories because people will remember you for the smiles you brought to them, not the worry you brought to them. Mm-hmm. Your worry is your own worry. All of us have worries. Mm-hmm. But the way I deal with my worry is that if I'm worried about something, I think about something positive. If this is not going in my favor, that is going in my favor. You know that I failed 9 job interviews. And I always share this story with everybody. First job interview, when I failed it, I cried for 24/7. I was so depressed. Mm-hmm. Next morning, I washed my face and brushed my hair, and I thought, I will not give up. So after every interview, I kept telling myself, what did I learn from this interview? What mistake did I make? Instead of putting the blame on the interviewers, I kept asking myself, instead of getting bitter, I tried to get better. I removed the I and I kept asking myself, how can I become better? Why am I getting rejected? Ninth interview, Dufferin Field Catholic District School Board. They hired me, and when they called me and they said, "We put your name in the supply teaching pool," I told them, "You know what? I'm dancing." I worked with them for many years as a supply instructor.
Wow, wow. So stay in the moment, right? Present.
Stay in the moment.
Yeah, and
Stay in the moment.
someone did say in the chat, carpe diem, and I think that's really apropos too.
Yeah.
Carpe, seize the
Mm-hmm.
day, like, stay
Seize
in the
the day.
moment. Yeah,
Yes.
that's really
This
good.
will not come back. What will you do? This is going to go away. Make the best of it.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting and complaining and being depressed is not going to help you in any way. It's going to affect your health.
Mm-hmm.
In order to be physically healthy, you have to be emotionally healthy.
Mm-hmm.
I believe in that 100%.
Oh, that's wise words. That's great. That is really great. Thank you so much for giving us some insight on that. So, Andrew, in our previous discussions with each other, I know that you are a personality dimensions level 1 trainer. Can you share your experiences as a personality dimensions trainer?
So, personality dimensions is a temperament assessment, what would you say, program, which
Mm-hmm.
helps to assess the temperament types of people. And people have many dimensions to their personality, and it helps them to find out their strengths and their weaknesses. So, when I was very new to Canada, I attended one of the sessions and I was very inspired by that. So, I went for the 3-day training and I became a trainer. So up till now, I've done more than 30 face-to-face workshops and very well received. One I did in a 2015 TESOL Ontario conference. And I still remember there was one table of hearing impaired people,
Mm-hmm.
and they had so much fun. And they had interpreters, and they were fully involved, and it went so well. They stood up and clapped. That
Wow.
was like, I think, one of my best sessions ever.
Standing
And
ovation.
standing ovation, can you imagine? Those were like, I was so humbled. I was so humbled.
Mm-hmm.
They loved it. Because what has happened in personality dimension makes it very simple to understand the 4 categories of people. They put people in 4 colors. So you
Okay.
can relate to it very easily. It's easy to understand and easy to understand why people behave differently. Because if
Mm-hmm.
I am behaving in this way, it improved my relationship with my husband, to be honest with you. It definitely improved. I understood his color. It improved my relationship with my daughter because we are 3 people and all 3 of us are different colors, and it helped me to understand why with some people I feel so relaxed and with some people I feel so uptight. Differences in colors. Every
Mm-hmm.
color is special. Every color has to be appreciated. The only thing is to understand, if I am like this, I cannot expect everyone around to be like this.
Mm. Wow.
So now I've started doing online sessions, and I've been doing this for USA. Basically, I'm doing it for a company in USA, Amazon, and they loved it too. And they realized, oh, now we understand why this employee behaves like this, and that employee is doing a wrong job. So they have to put people in different positions, and they realize that once they understand the different colors, they can give the correct job to the correct person.
Wow. Wow. So now that you mentioned the colors, can you tell us the colors, or do we have to go to the workshop, one of your workshops, to
You
find out?
have to. You have to.
Okay, so
Obviously, off the top of my, I can see your color when I talk to people for some time. I can see the color, but that would be injustice. I would still like you
okay,
to
so
go through the workshop and understand the
we
color.
we will. So if you're out there and you want to know more about those colors that Anjum was talking about, go to one of her workshops.
Yes.
I tried to get the information. Don't I tried.
Yes.
That's good. Great. Thank you so much for letting us know, Anjum. That's interesting. Interesting. And it's good to know
It is
that
very interesting. Yes.
it is. And I think it's interesting how when you understand the different colors, you can understand how people work, right? And you can kind of
Yes.
adjust your life and your attitude towards them to their colors, right? So I
Yes, the
think that's
most
what.
important
So,
thing we learn in personality dimensions is that we have two types of personality. We have innate self. You were born with a particular personality, traits in our personality. And then we have the nurtured personality. So that is, it depends on the situation. We keep changing. We are like onions. There are many layers on us, right? Right now, I'm
mm,
behaving in a particular way. I'll behave in a different way with different groups of people. But every single day, I try to do something which is true to my color to relax. Like
mm,
I relax by, I can sit at the lake and relax at the lake for hours. My husband wouldn't. He loves to relax with reading about news, doing research. So people relax in different ways.
mhm.
And once you identify that, you can take out time to rejuvenate yourself based on your color.
Uh,
That's the most important feature of this workshop.
wow. Okay. I'm so intrigued. I might have to go to your workshop. I might have to, because I want to know
Most
more, but
welcome.
I know that I'm not going to pressure you to tell me more because I know that you want me to go to your workshop. So all I'll just say for those of you who are watching and you're interested, like I am, let's go to her workshop and let's find more information about
Yes.
this.
You
But
can always ask me, you can book me for conducting the workshop. I do 2 hour workshop for initial personality dimension. You need at least 2 hours in online. Face to face, you can still do it in 1 hour, but at least for, obviously because it's online, it's highly interactive. And
mm,
once you understand the different traits, then you need to talk about it. So yeah, most welcome anytime.
okay, good to know. So let's all go to her workshop. Is any affiliate people watching, like the affiliate chapters, maybe book Anjum for your next plenary or next workshop? Mm,
Oh
good to know.
yes, I'm sure people would have fun. It's a fun
I
workshop.
it
It's
sounds
actually
fun.
so much fun because wow, this is me. Oh, now I understand why my husband behaves like this and my
Right.
sister behaves like this. This is so much fun. Believe me.
It sounds
One
really
of my
fun.
participants
It
told me
sounds
last time that now I understand. She said that since the time I've attended your workshop, my son's life has become easier. Now I understand his color and I'm not nagging him all the time. Because as parents, we're trying to always rub our color on our children.
oh. Can you talk to my mom, please?
Definitely bring her to the workshop.
No, my mom is great. Oh wow. Okay. Okay. We'll move on to the next question. So I also know from talking to you that you were Tesla Ontario's um, the affiliate chapter. So PHE, Peel, Halton, and
Yes.
Etobicoke's affiliate chapter rep for some time. How do
Mhm.
you get involved with with that affiliate chapter?
So as soon as I came out of college in 2007, obviously I was very interested in TESOL, so I immediately started volunteering. And one time when I was volunteering, I came across a PhD. I was attending their workshop, PD event, and they were asking us if we wanted to volunteer with them. So I immediately joined it, the executive board, and I think in a couple of months they made me the membership secretary. And after a couple of years, they made me the affiliate representative. And it was an amazing, amazing experience. I think I have learned so much that I have no words to express.
Oh wow, that's
Amazing group of people, educators, administrators, full of knowledge. We used to have fun and the great excitement when we used to hold PD and the members would come and talk to us, and it was like a big family. It was really fun because our chapter was the second largest after Toronto. It was
hmm
like more than many members, and it was just like hosting a party at your home. So we had to make sure there's water and good food and you're comfortable and interesting workshops. It was fun.
yeah.
I volunteered with them for 10 years.
Wow, 10 years.
10
Wow,
years, yes.
wow. I know. So like, if you don't know, like I'm a part of TESOL Ottawa, and just like you, we have a lot of fun at our affiliate meetings, at our affiliate events. So I encourage everyone to get involved with their affiliates
Yes,
because it's a lot of fun, and I can
it's a lot.
Andrew and I can both attest to it. It's a lot of fun. So
Yes,
great.
there is a responsibility. I'm very good with emails. You must have seen it. I'm very good. I'm very fast with emails. Within 24 hours, I answer. So as a membership representative, membership secretary and affiliate representative, I was able to do my tasks very well because I'm always on top of emails. So you have to
Mhm.
be responsible. I've seen many people join for some time and then they leave.
Oh,
So that's
yeah.
not good. When you join, you should have full passion to, at least serve for a couple of years,
Hmm. Hmm. That's
not
true.
just take it as a platform to get a job.
No,
So
no.
that's my advice to people, especially new instructors, that it's a great platform, it's a great group of people to join. But when you join, then obviously keep this in your mind that you do have to take out time for the meetings, for some extra work, but take it serious.
Of course. Like, yes, yeah, if you do join one of the affiliate chapters, take it seriously, of course, but it is fun though. But yeah,
It
take it
is fun,
seriously. And of
definitely.
course, you learn a lot about the Tesla
Oh,
community, a lot.
I
I
learned.
yeah. Is there
Believe me,
something that really
before when I've attended the first meeting, I thought they were talking in Latin. I could not understand anything. It was the first business meeting. I could not understand anything. I was just looking like that. I could not understand. But I kept going to the meeting, kept writing and taking my notes. And when they asked me to become the membership secretary, I was, can I do this or not? But then you know what? Everything is learnable.
you can do?
Everything. When you are working with great people, they're there to teach you.
Hmm. That's great. That is great. So okay, we'll go on to the next question. So, Anjum, if you could describe your entire career in ELT in one word, what word would that be?
Magical.
Magical. And why was it so magical? Or why is it so magical? Sorry, because you're still ELT.
See, when I was training people for the job market, so many people got employed and they started employing other people. It brought me so much joy, believe me. It was like magic. When people learn the skills and they find what they're looking for, isn't it like magic? And then I went to literacy, and I still remember when I started teaching literacy, I was teaching somebody who had never seen a paper and a pen in her life.
Mm-hmm.
And I taught her to write till I think letter E. And at the end of a couple of hours, she started crying and I started crying. There was magic. For her, it was magic. And because of her, I felt the magic. And now when I teach my students and they say, and when they move to link 3, I'm teaching link 2, and their happiness, their gratitude, they're being able to understand the news and being able to do things on their own, it brings magic to my life.
Mm, of
That's all I could think about is magic.
course. And that
Magic
probably,
comes with hard work.
oh, yeah, it's hard work. It's true. It's true. But I'm pretty sure that magic helps you because you're inspiring people. That
Yes,
magic is just makes you feel so fulfilled, right?
yes,
It makes your life so fulfilling, right? I know as
yes,
teachers, we feel it's cliche, but we say that, teaching is fulfilling, but it really is
it
because
is.
we're making a difference, right? To some people. So yeah,
Definitely.
that's
I came across, once I was traveling somewhere and I came across a very rich businessman. Our flight was delayed, so we started talking and he told me about himself and asked me, what do you do? I told him I'm a teacher. He said, are you happy? I said, I'm the happiest person alive. I have always been a teacher. My students are all over the world. Wherever I travel, I come across my students. And he said, you know what? I'm the most miserable person in the world. He said, I have everything that you can dream of. I have so much money, but I'm not happy. And I told him that's why it's very important to choose a career where you are happy.
mm,
Because I've seen not so happy doctors and extremely happy doctors, right? It's a choice. You should have to make the right choice. When I went for my surgery, my surgeon hugged me before the surgery. And I thought, what a surgeon. Who hugs the patient before the surgery? She was a compassionate surgeon. And I've been to doctors who care the least. So what I'm trying to say is that if you are passionate about something,
mhm.
there is always magic in your life. If you're not passionate, change your profession.
Change your profession. Wow. I have to start thinking about Am I in the right profession? No.
You definitely are, Patrick. That's why you're doing so much. You know that. You know that. You're a happy soul.
Well, thank
For
you,
whatever
thank you.
I learned about you.
I will say that after speaking with you, Anjum, I feel more rejuvenated. I feel more inspired. I feel more calm, and I'm ready to like take on the world now because I don't know you. I guess you have that spirit with you of you that you just bring that out of people. So that's great, and I encourage you to continue doing that.
Thank you so much. I believe in happiness for everything. Even if I can pick up this glass of water and I can take a sip and it doesn't hurt me when I'm swallowing it, I'm grateful that there is no pain in my throat and I
Mm,
can drink this water as much as I want. I have hair on my head. I can see. I have five senses. I have a house which is really comfortable. I have 3 meals a day.
mm,
What else can I wish for? I have some amazing people in my life
hmm.
who are always there to inspire me.
That's true. Yes.
There
Yes.
are so many things we take for granted,
Hmm. Hmm.
right? I can breathe in without any pain. I've lost some friends to cancer and I've seen the pain of cancer.
Hmm.
And since I am healthy and I have overcome the pain of cancer, I know how grateful I feel. And I have to remind myself. I still miss the days in 2019. I love to go to theater with my friend, and I'm thinking, was I ever grateful for the fact that I could go to theater and enjoy the popcorn and watch a movie with my friend? I wasn't grateful at that time. Come 2020, it's become a dream.
I know. And then when we do get to go back to the theater and eat some popcorn, I think we'll be more grateful then and like, oh, I missed this. I Now I can do this again, right? And
These are little things we take for granted, Patrick. We take many
100%.
little things for granted.
We take the little things for granted. I know that I do. I know that I take all my things, and I need to like step back now and start to be more grateful for all the little things I have in my life. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, and I think that will help me to be a happier person, and that'll help me to become more, I guess, rejuvenated as a person.
Yeah.
Right?
And let me tell you one more thing. I come from Pakistan and I've seen people yearning for education.
Hmm.
In people born and raised in Canada sometimes don't even know what people in other countries are going through. And I was so blessed because my mother was not literate. My father was an engineer, but my mother was not literate. And both of them were very peaceful. And my mother's dream was that all her daughters get the best of education.
Hmm.
And I'm so grateful to her that she kept pushing us so that when I came to Canada, the transition was obviously it was a little challenging. It's different, but not so difficult. Had I
Hmm.
not been educated, I would have had to. I don't know what I would be doing now. So education, I'm so grateful to be educated
Hmm.
and so grateful to be speaking to highly educated people and learning so much from them. We take education for granted, Patrick. So
Hmm.
many people, so many children, they're denied education.
Hmm.
And my heart goes out to them.
That's true. That's true. Wow. Wow. A lot to think about. You gave us a lot to think about. Well, thank you for that. Thank you, Anjum. So thank you so much for agreeing to do this interview today. Thank you so much for all of your insight. I know that I've learned a lot, and I know that I have come out from this interview more, like I said, more rejuvenated and more peaceful. So, and more aware as well. So thank you for that.
It
So
was
if
a
those
great honor. And I want to thank you for inviting me for this interview because there are, I know there are great people sitting in TESOL, and there are so many people who definitely would be very good candidates to be interviewed. But you chose me. It's a great honor for me.
Well, you're very welcome. You're very. I hope maybe you'll be interviewed again. We will see. We will see. So, those of you out there, if you know some inspiring TESOL member, just like Anjum, please leave us a message in our DMs on Instagram, and we'll try to set up an interview with you or that person in a future episode. Now, before I have you go, I would like to tell you about some things that TESOL Ontario is doing for this month, and as well as the affiliate chapters as well. So TESOL North York and the York region has their winter conference. That is Saturday, February 20th. So look for that. Also, TESOL Dialogue is up. The next subject is best practices for teaching literacy and low-level ELLs. That's on Tuesday, February 23rd at 7 p.m. And the subject matter expert is Sheila Nichols. We also have TESOL Ontario on TESOL on Chat, sorry. TESOL on Chat this month is with Rabia Rashad. The topic is PBLA in the virtual classroom, and that is on Friday, February 26th, 2021 at 7 o'clock. That's over on Twitter. There's also a bunch of webinars. Look for those webinars on our social media page. We will advertise those when those come up. So please look out for those. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. Anjum, do you have any last words that you'd like to say to everyone?
The last words would be make the best of today and leave happy memories. Be like a honeybee. Go straight. Keep busy and pick up sweet things from wherever you pass.
I like that. Be like a honeybee. That's amazing. So with that said, I'm gonna be my honeybee and I'm gonna go straight and go back to my lesson planning. Or maybe I'll relax. I don't know. But I'm gonna go and do my thing. Anjum, thank you so much again. I'll see you all
You're very
later.
welcome.
And bye everyone.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Bye.